Hey there everyone, and welcome to Bill's Retro Gaming Show. On today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the latest announcement from Multimorphic Pinball. Stay tuned. Alright everybody, thank you so much for tuning in and checking out this video. If this happens to be your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscription button. Click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put up a new video. Give this one a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you want to be part of the conversation. Now, for today's video, I actually have a very special guest with me to talk about today's announcement. Please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. My name is Carolyn.
Carolyn, huh? Okay. What can you tell us about Multimorphic's latest pinball machine?
All I can say is that there will be lots of tests and maybe some cake.
Oh, well, cake is good.
Yes. Everyone loves cake.
Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Aperture Science thanks you for your sacrifice.
Sacrifice? What do you mean?
There is an 87.39% chance you will die in testing. But your sacrifice is necessary. For science.
Okay, I think that's enough of that interview. Let's look at the game, shall we? Alright, so in case it wasn't obvious, Multimorphic Pinball's next pinball machine is going to be based on the classic game Portal. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Multimorphic, their pinball machines tend to be a combination between real mechanical pinball and digital pinball. They've got an upper playfield area that is all mechanical. You can kind of see how that works here, with the lower part being more digitally based. It's a big LCD screen. The way it works is it can actually sense where the ball goes for hitting targets and scoring and things like that. This one's going to be a little bit different in the way that it interacts with things. I will get into that in a little bit, but I think this is a really cool theme that they've come up with based on the game Portal. So let's dive in a little bit more and get some more information on Portal from Multimorphic Pinball. So here we are on the Multimorphic website looking at the information for their latest release, Portal. Now, this was just announced earlier today around 11 o'clock Eastern time, although they did send out an email last week teasing this. And I got to say, from the email they sent out, it was pretty obvious what the theme was going to be. Of course, now we know 100% that it is Portal. It's going to be a pinball game based on the Portal series of video games from Valve. While playing the game, you'll interact with many physical and virtual features modeled after elements from Portal 1 and Portal 2 video games. The physical playfield is packed full of interactive mechs and 10 RGB illuminated physical playfield portals and 6 additional scoop portals through which the pinball can travel through instantly. Now, what makes this game kind of unique from Multimorphic is they are releasing it in 2 editions, a standard edition and an extended edition. With the standard edition, you get, the typical things that Multimorphic has. You get the upper playfield, mechanical playfield area. You get the lower digital area. But with the extended version, you're going to get not just that, but some an additional piece that you can add on over the virtual part on the lower playfield that's going to add additional ramps, a hidden flipper, some other play mechanics, a lane with a fully mechanical spinner on it. The digital only just has a digital spinner on it. So there's a few added benefits to this one that I think, for those of you who aren't big fans of Multimorphic, this one might change your mind a little bit and might bring it one step closer to what you like about other pinball machines from companies like Stern and Spooky and things like that. Now, if you're a fan of the game Portal, one of the cool things here is that they actually brought back voice actress Ellen McLean to voice GlaDOS. So that's pretty cool that she is back to be a huge part of this. Now, fortunately, Stephen Merchant is not back as Wheatley, but they do have a brand new companion here for you in the form of Reginald, or Reggie here, voiced by Mark Silk. Be sure you check out the trailer. I'm going to link to it in the description below. I think he does a fantastic job of voicing the team building personality core, kind of leading you through the missions and being your companion throughout the game. And I think it looks like a lot of fun. And when you see that mechanic in action of him kind of moving around, there's some like an LCD eye on there that kind of blinks and moves around and whatever, really gives it some personality. I think looks really cool. I'll show off some pictures, show off a little bit of that. But here's a little bit of what they say about the gameplay. Each player starts the gameplay in the hub, which is thematically similar to the Portal 2 Cooperative Testing Initiative location of the same name. In the hub, this is where you meet Reggie, and you start to go through your test chamber. There are 7 unique test chambers throughout the game. You can see them listed here. And of course, when you're not in the test chambers, there are other objectives to complete as well as 3 different multi-ball modes. There's a faith plate multi-ball, a turret multi-ball, and an edgeless safety cube multi-ball. So, a lot to do in this game. So showing off some of the pictures from their website, here is a look at the upper playfield. This is the mechanical area. As you can see here is your companion, Reggie. He kind of tilts up and down, moves side to side. That little eye in there is animated, which I think is really cool. And one of the interesting features is that when you activate certain modes, this toy here will actually spin around, and on the other side is a turret. And those of you familiar with Portal, you know what the turrets are. They shoot at you, they try to kill you. But there are some modes in the gameplay that activate those turrets coming after you. You can see a bunch of different wireframe ramps here. There are some other ramps here. There's even this little ramp here that is down sometimes, and sometimes will pop up and get you to shoot the ball up over the little pit here and hit the faith plate here. And that's how you can activate multi-ball and jackpots and things like that. There is an upper playfield area here with a 3rd flipper here to kind of keep things in play. The companion cube will move out of the way, and the ball will drop down and kind of spit through this portal over here. So there's a lot of interaction going on just in this upper part of the game. Just a quick closer look at that upper playfield area. Again, you can see that extra flipper up here. You can see some little scoring targets. And here's one of those portals where your ball can kind of shoot out and got to try to get it over this little pit area here. Now, I think when I was watching the video that this will actually change from orange to blue and whatever, I think depending on other portals that you have activated and things, just like in the real game. So I think that's kind of a neat effect that they light up from time to time and maybe change colors. Yeah, you can actually kind of see in this picture here that it's actually pink. And there's a blue portal here with a companion cube coming out of it. Here's where you'll stack up your balls from multi-ball. Here's another close-up look at the Reggie toy, and then one of the ramps, and you can see it kind of lifts up so the ball can go underneath at times, and then at other times it will be down so you can go up the ramp and around the wireframe. And of course, here's what I was talking about, where when the Reggie toy turns around, on the other side you've got one of those turrets. And of course, one of the big things with Multimorphic is that lower playfield is just a giant LCD screen with digital aspects to it. You can see here is some of the interactive elements on the screen. Of course, you can see there's some stuff going on the side here. Down at the bottom are the 2 main flippers and this little bumper area here. Another quick look at the LCD playfield area. Again, this just constantly changes as you're playing the game for new modes. But of course, one of the things that I think sets this game apart from others that Multimorphic has done is the extended version of this game. For, of course, an additional fee, you can add this extended edition, which adds more elements to the lower part of the playfield. It changes up the ramps on the side. It adds an additional ramp in the middle here. It adds this lane here with a mechanical spinner on it. And there's even a hidden flipper up in here that activates during certain modes of the game. So as you're coming down or up the ramp or whatever, there are going to be some modes where you've got to hit the flipper just right to fire the ball across the playfield and hit a target or hit a specific area. Do it right, you get big score. Do it wrong, the ball goes crazy. And here's just a quick closer look at the right side of the playfield with that added ramp. And again, this ramp will raise and lower during gameplay. So you could go underneath it or you could go up the ramp and around. And then on the left side, you can see here that, like I said, it adds this little wall here with a mechanical spinner, and there's this hidden flipper right here that, like I said, during certain game modes, you can activate that to send the ball flying. Now, Multimorphic are also going to be offering an add-on interactive topper as well. Here's a look at it. I guess this is kind of a render of what it's going to look like, so you can kind of get an idea. But it is interactive with the gameplay. It does light up at different times depending on, how you're progressing through the game. Now, again, with Multimorphic Pinball, you've got a few options when it comes to what you're purchasing. You can buy the full machine itself. As I said, 2 options, standard and extended. I'll show off the pricing on that in a minute. Or you can buy this as an add-on kit if you already own another Multimorphic Pinball. It'll give you the upper playfield. You can buy the extended version that gives you that add-on for the lower playfield. It will give you all the software, the software module that you need to play the game. Now, again, because this one with the extended adds an additional flipper to it, if you're going to go for that, they do say here that Portal Standard is a 3-flipper game, including the flipper in the loft on the module. Portal Extended also uses the left side target flipper, making it a 4-flipper game. The Portal Extended game kit therefore requires a left side target flipper assembly. New P3s come with the flipper assembly pre-installed, but P3s built prior to 2022 did not. So if you already own a Multimorphic Pinball, but you own an older one from a couple of years ago, if you want to get the extended version, you may also have to go ahead and pick up that left side target flipper assembly to add to your machine. So just something to keep in mind. So taking a quick look at the pricing here, this is pretty much in line for some of the recent releases, maybe a little bit more than the Princess Bride was, but the standard edition is going to be about $11,620. The extended adds almost $1,000 to that $12,500. If you wanted to get this as an add-on kit for a Multimorphic that you already own, $3,900 for the standard, $5,500 for the extended. That topper is going to be an additional $750. Now, if you wanted to check this machine out for yourself in action and you happen to be going to any conventions soon, they are going to be having this at the Texas Pinball Festival, which is coming up, I think, in another week. And then in April, they're going to be at Midwest Gaming Classic. So if you're out that way, fortunately, I'm nowhere near those, but if you happen to be out that way and you're going to either the Texas Pinball Festival or the Midwest Gaming Classic, you will get a chance to see Portal firsthand and get a chance to check it out for yourself and play it for yourself. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I got to say that Multimorphic is one that I'm very curious about. I have yet to see one of these out in the wild, out at a bar or an arcade that I can check it out for myself, at least not in my area. I would love to see some of the recent ones they've done. I would love to see the Princess Bride one. I know it's an older one, but I would love to see the Weird Al one and see how that plays out. But this one for sure, this one has really caught my attention because of that extended edition that they have for sale. Now, again, it is on the expensive side for sure, even if you compare it to, say, Stearns, where on the low end, you're looking at about $7,000, and on the high end, you're looking into the $12,000 or $13,000 range for the most part. This is really on the high end of a Stearns, so I understand that these are a lot compared to other pinball machines that are out there. But it does look like they give you a lot more gameplay. Again, if you're interested in that, in this type of machine. I know not everybody is interested, but I do think that the addition of those extra features on the lower playfield might just change some people's mind when they get to play it. Of course, like I said, you'll have to play it to see. But there you have it. Just a quick look at the latest announcement from Multimorphic Pinball, their Portal pinball machine. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you a fan of Multimorphic? Are you not a fan of Multimorphic? If you're not a fan, does this one look like it might just change your mind or at least have you curious enough to check it out? Let me know. But that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, leave me a thumbs up, leave me those comments below. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that as well. And if you want to support the channel even further, you could consider getting a membership. That's all for this one. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and happy gaming.